Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Backroads County. Finally getting it correct. It's only taking a few times to do that. We are trying to beat the calendar, so to speak, and get these fields taken care of. Those two fields over there, we went ahead, planted one in, I believe it was, where are we at? There we are. Once it does a save. Big surprise there. 32 we did in wheat. 31 we did in barley. 30 and 16 once I get done cultivating it after we plowed it. Plowed in lime. We're going to go ahead and get these two plowed in the oilseed radish. So that way, come springtime, we can plant corn. Well, I might do one in oat and one corn, because the field off to the left was corn last year. Or, we just harvested corn off of that, so this year? Yeah. As you can tell, my voice is still not exactly with it. So yeah. Like the last couple of videos, if I suddenly stop talking, it's probably because I'm hacking up a lung. I am on the mend. I feel, well, I actually didn't feel that much different from normal aside from the usual congestion nonsense and whatnot. Didn't really have any fever or anything like that, so I'll take it for what it is, and we'll go about our day. But yeah, I'm not going to try to have more than one field as a particular crop unless I find out that I need it. Now, I may do two different fields of corn, but maybe do one as silage, I think is the correct term, where we basically cut it before it's actually ready to harvest. Cut it and shred it up and do it that way. That's definitely an option since we are doing cattle. But yeah, I don't quite have horses. I don't know if I'm going to do horses on this one. I feel like they can take a lot of effort and work if you're not careful. As being shown on my Alma, Missouri map. I don't really ride them near as much as I probably should every day. So they might be getting a little hindered that way. But I do check and make sure they're getting well fed and all that stuff, so. Alright, so we are just doing the 2 rounds of headlands on this field, and then we'll be kicking this over to the field behind us right now, the one that we harvested the corn off of. Keep in mind, both of these fields, actually I think just these 2 so far, we have expanded the borders on, and that's just kind of make things a little bit easier, a little bit nicer, plus gives us a little bit more harvest yield, so that is the idea behind that. One other thing I do want to make note of is that I am still constantly adjusting my settings for my microphone. So I'm hoping that this recording is going to turn out great. I'm not peaking near as much, so hopefully that helps with the sound quality. Obviously in my editing software I can turn my voice up, so I am fine with doing that as long as the audio quality, if I can speak right, is there. I just feel like when my last couple videos, the audio quality has not been the greatest from me. So therefore, I don't feel that those are ranked near as high as what I would want them to be. But at the same time, I'm trying to get the content out to you guys, and between being sick and having a full-time job, because I'm not to the point of being paid by YouTube yet, yeah, that is kind of my dream, kind of be my own boss with YouTube. So that, in essence, that's what it is. And I feel like I can actually if I get to that point, I will actually be able to get into other areas of interest. I know I mentioned woodworking in the past, so there is always that. So, I mean, honestly, with that being said, if you haven't subscribed but you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below, anything like that. Give it a simple thumbs up. Let me know in the comments also if you want me to want to see me play anything else. I apologize. I've done one Sunday video on something other than Farm Sim. I do apologize. I kept saying I was going to do it, and I did one video, and that's been it. So I will try to do more on my part to do that, especially every other weekend when I'm off, pending, anything going on at home, for example, or my parents decide to show up like they are going to by the end of this weekend. Now keep in mind, this weekend is the weekend right before the solar eclipse, so if you guys are traveling anywhere, be considerate, please. I know half the country feels like they're traveling into my neck of the woods or areas similar across the line of totality, I think is what they call it. So if you're traveling to get to that point, be safe. But unfortunately, I will be working Monday morning. Thankfully, I should be getting off before the actual solar eclipse begins. I just hope I can make it home in time. My 10-minute drive home may be more like a 30-minute if the rumors are to be held true. And that's with me taking the backcountry roads home. That could be a very interesting drive, to say the least. But I do hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend nonetheless. I am recording this on a Thursday, while the video itself will be coming out on a Saturday. So, at least I'm trying to work ahead, because I know this is my working weekend. Sorry, I keep having to clear my throat because I have a little frog stuck back there, to be honest with you, and I don't know where my bottle of water went to. I know I had one here somewhere. But I did just take some NyQuil, so we are going to be making, it may not be a, relatively short and sweet video, but, I do want to at least make sure we get this done, which it looks like we have about another 10 minutes there on the course play menu. And we are going to be getting this planted, like I said, in oilseed rash, along with that field right over yonder. But we do need to run the cultivator over that as well. Like I said, I did try running the planter over it, but it really wasn't wanting to plant straight into the dirt, because the planter I'm using, unfortunately, is not a direct drill. Looks like it could be, but it's not. So I may be swapping that out to a different planter after the season. I may wait until after spring to know for certain, but I have a feeling that we're going to be doing that, because I'm hoping that sometime between now and end of February, our corn should be ready to harvest. And so anytime between now and end of November, the cotton should be ready to harvest. I hate harvesting cotton, but we do have a tractor that I am planning on leasing that will make it a million times quicker. And yes, it is a little cheaty, but considering how much I dislike harvesting cotton, I will take it. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is we're just going to run a quick time lapse on the rest of this field, and probably through the moments of me getting both vehicles set up. Although I do need to run back to the farm, which I can use that case there to get our field trailer, because the John Deere back there is running dangerously low on DEF. And I hate DEF. Also, I did mention that I was wanting to get rid of the lubricating grease mod. I tried, but apparently I have several other mods that require it. So what I'm trying to do as I go along is, which I didn't do with this attachment, is turn that off. It's kind of, I don't use it probably the way I should be using it, and it's just become kind of like a useless, pointless mod for me. Because I thought, if the grease went down to 0 for long enough, it would cause a lot more issues with your vehicles. It really doesn't, at least not that I've seen. It would be nice if it did that, kind of add a little bit more realism to it. And yeah, we had quite a bit of rainfall lately, so thankfully the realism in that aspect is not there. I'm not worrying about the rocks in this field just yet. Like I said, we're going to be planting oilseed radish in this field and the other one, so next spring when we actually get to planting everything, the actual crops, we will worry about getting the rocks out then. But I mean, in the meantime, it's just going to be a cover crop. I'm not going to be worrying about getting a harvester in here and eating up rocks, so I'm not too concerned yet. It'll cause a little extra wear and tear on my implements, but we'll deal with it. Like I said, that planter, I don't think I'm going to be hanging on for too much longer anyway. I've never really been a big fan of it. The only nice thing about it is that it does have the capability of putting liquid fert down. Wow, I spaced. Excuse me. Well, really spaced on that. 1 second. Dang frogs getting in my throat. Yeah, it's annoying as heck, but everything that I'm coughing up is going out. I'm not taking anything back. I'm not returning to sender. As disgusting as that might sound, it is the truth. So the one thing I'm not a big fan of with Courseplay is that depending on how you have it set up, it can leave those corners. It can be very annoying. And a lot of times it happens when the corners themselves on the field are rounded. As much as I like the look of that, it's a lot nicer when I can square off the corners of the fields, which I might do after next season. We'll see how it goes. Kind of square off all the fields. It may not be near as realistic as what you might want or might think, but if it keeps that from happening, then I might just do it just to make my life easier and make my fields a little bit more profitable. May not be easier to do because of the squared corners, but just from my experience with Courseplay, it won't be that bad. You see, it's going to miss that inside, miss a little bit of the outside. And yeah, so now when we come through to plant, it's not going to plant that spot. So we're going to have issues on all of our corners, and I could go back and fix that, so to speak, but that's annoying too. Because guess what? When we go to plant, it's going to have corners that are going to be like that, regardless of the implement, at least from my experience.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of me.
Alright, so we are now coming up on the end of this round. The next thing I'm going to do is get these two tractors, well, this tractor anyway, going on that field. I'm going to take the case back there that's got the plow attached back to the farm because it dawned on me that I need to get the fuel trailer over here. So I'm going to do that real quick, and once we get that filled up, we will get it going on this field, and I will be back with you at that point. See you in a few seconds. well, for you.
I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same.
Alright guys, so apparently I decided to end the recording early and did not realize it. So we're ending it a little bit earlier than I was expecting to anyway. So yeah, so as always, if you happen to like what you see, or if you get yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select a few here and there. If you made it this far in my video, regardless of whether you're subscribed or not, do us both a favor and just go ahead and subscribe. But I do want to say that I do appreciate each and every one of you for making it this far. Granted, if you don't make it this far, you're not going to hear this anyway, so shame on you. So anyway, guys, I hope each and every one of you have a very wonderful rest of your weekend. And I hope you all get a chance to get out there and take a look at that eclipse come Monday afternoon. And we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.